It's 6 o'clock Friday, the working week is done, let's get reselling. Hey guys, what's cracking? Ian, the master of pieces here. I'm a part-time eBay reseller and I tell you what, I've been feeling it today. It has been a tough week at work. My actual day job has just gone wild this week. So I thought I'd treat myself. I've got a nice little pickup which I've made, and it is a classic back to my roots pickup. It is typical of how I used to use Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace to source things that I actually want for myself, to treat myself a little bit, and then use eBay to sell some bits off from the bundle to try and recoup some money back. It's certainly not about making profit. It's not about maximizing my money. It's literally just buying something for me that I want to enjoy and selling off the rest so that what I keep, you know, I paid the bare minimum for. And that's what I used to do. That's how I got into eBay. So we'll run through that a bit later. But first of all, let me show you what sold on Thursday. Thursday's sales report. And we sold two things today. And the first sale is this Doctor Who Corgi set. It's got a Cyberman and a Dalek in there. And that's never been opened. And that sold for £6 plus postage. And the lady messaged me to say that she's a collector of this type of thing and will display it in that box like that. So could I make sure that the box is protected, which I would do anyway. But I did make her aware that there is a creasel on the back where that's folded over. She was happy with that. She saw that in the photos, but I thought I'd check. So to make sure that doesn't get worse, I'm going to cut a square bit of cardboard that size, wrap it in tons of bubble wrap and stick that in a larger box, and that'll get there nice and safe. Now this set comes as part of the stock exchange, and for those of you new to the channel, what that is I swapped, I don't know, £500 worth of 00 gauge trains for just random stuff. I called it the stock exchange, and I've got £500 back plus a bit more, and that's just a bit more on top of it, a bit more profit. So yeah, good first sale. And the second sale is a Trackmaster track bundle. And what I did was bundle lots of bits together so that people could add a bridge into their already made Trackmaster set. So what that comes with is a little ramp section like that. So your old track can connect in there, and that will lift the trains up to a higher elevation. I put in about 20 of these pier sections so that can go underneath the existing track. And then I included 4 of these curved sections, and you put little blocks under there, and that'll bring the track down back to grade. So all of that in this bag has sold for £19 plus postage, and my wife is gonna hate wrapping all that. That is gonna be pretty awkward to post, but it's 19 quid for the track. So I am not gonna ever kind of turn away track again, because there is definitely money in it if you get those bundles right. So it's been a pretty average Thursday, only 2 sales, but some nice sales. That is a big bag to get out of the garage. Got to make some more room for them wrestlers, really. So I've just hopped in the car and I'm about to pop down the bay to pick up a nice PS Vita bundle. I saw this on Gumtree 2 weeks ago for 150 quid. I think it's got about 5 games with it, which is still quite pricey. So what I did was offer him £100, but he didn't accept it because it was just up. And I thought, okay, fine. There's not too much money in it anyway, but it's just been playing on the back of my mind. You know, I used to have a Vita back in the day. I really enjoyed playing it, and since I've seen this ad, I kind of just want to play on another Vita. I want to scratch that itch a bit, and nothing's come and gone on Facebook Marketplace, so I messaged him. I thought I'd treat myself, and I offered him 130 quid, which he's accepted. So what I'll do when I get back is run through how I'm going to sell off different bits to try and recoup some money. But this is classic how I got into using Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace, and then selling stuff on eBay. This is what I used to do back in the day. So I'm going to run you through all that. It's a good time to click like, a good time to click subscribe, and in the meantime, what I'll do is run you through what sold Friday. Friday's sales report, and we sold 3 things today, and it's really train heavy. So the first sale, I haven't showed you these for a while actually. It's some of these 00 gauge trains here, and I sold a bundle of 3. They've all got SR on the side. That one is a brake van in the original box, and these 2 are just normal wagons. Those 3 sold for £31 plus postage. You know, it is no secret that 00 gauge stuff, Hornby, Wren stuff, if it's in the box, yeah, it does sell for good money. The problem is finding it for good money, because this type of stuff in this good condition is usually from a collector, and they know what this type of stuff's worth. I bought all these with all those trains that I used in the stock exchange. So I got rid of the trains, swapped them, kept all the carriages. So these are still ticking over in the background, making me a bit of money. So decent sale that, £31 for 3 wagons. And the next sale is a bundle of troublesome trucks. These are Trackmaster, and they were troublesome. It took me ages to find them in the shelf. They were just being a bit naughty. But these are the ones that I've got the faces on. And what I do whenever I get big Trackmaster bundles is put all of the wagons with the faces on in a big pile. And then when I've got enough to sell in a bag, that's what I do. So these ones sold for £16 plus postage, which is fantastic. But it does have a black one in there. So that is quite a rare one, that black one. And there's a cart with a lid on, that one there. That's a rare one. So that's lifted up that bundle. £16 plus postage for 7 troublesome trucks. And the final sale is another Trackmaster one, and it's Bogey the bus. He wasn't up for very long, was he? I showed you him in the last video, and I took an offer of £11 plus postage. Had it up for 12, someone offered 11, you know, for the sake of £1. It's good to get Bogey gone. So that was well worth the time fixing him. So let me run you through my PS Vita bundle a bit more. And here's the PS Vita bundle all laid out. So what it came with is the PS Vita itself with the box, manual and charger. There's a couple of memory cards in that as well. So that's all one set ready to go. And it comes with these 5 games. So we've got Unit 13, Metal Gear Solid, Asphalt Injection, Ridge Racer and Uncharted Golden Abyss. Now this Metal Gear Solid game on its own is selling for about £30 at the minute, and these are good solid £15 games. So that's 15, 30, 60, £90. So I paid £130 for the whole bundle. That's hopefully £90 back for the games. So in effect what I've done is paid £40 for a box PS Vita. It is a little bit scratched, but hey, 40 quid for a Vita, can't go wrong for that. So this bundle is an example of me going back to my reselling roots. And this is how I got into kind of using Gumtree and Facebook Marketplace back in the day, and how I actually got started on eBay. What I would do is buy lots of Lego sets because I was really into making Lego. And there was a couple that I really wanted to do. So what I would do is find big bundles of Lego and that had the sets that I wanted to do in them. And I would keep those sets, and I've still got some of them. I've got the crane up there. I've got a little logging truck down there. But what I would do is then sell off the rest of the Lego to try and recoup the money for those sets. I wasn't in it to make any profit at all. I just wanted to try and get those for free, ideally, or for as little money as possible. It's only the past couple of months where I've actually been thinking, okay, I could resell to make a genuine profit from this. And that's the same with this Vita. I'm going to sell off all the games to try and recoup as much money as I can for that Vita. Now, what made me do this video today actually was I watched one of Closet Geek's live streams ages ago, and he asked a question what he thought makes a successful reseller. And instantly I thought, right, making money, profit, the finances. And I've got my targets for that. You know, I want to make £500 profit a month. You know, I don't have a turnover target, but for me, in my mind, the lower I can keep my turnover and keep that £500 profit, then that's got to be a good thing. You know, if I can sell £1,000 worth of stuff and make £500 profit, that's better than selling £2,000 worth of stuff and still making £500 profit. And then cash flow as well. Cash flow is important. I want my reselling business to be self-sufficient and run on its own cash. So I'm not going to dip into any of my other savings or any of my kind of work salary. I want it to be contained. So that is a successful financial plan for my business. But actually, what makes reselling successful to me is that I can go out and buy things that I actually want and try and recoup the money and get those things for free. That's how I got into this. So yeah, I think that is as big a part of reselling as the financial bit for me. And that is why I like doing this part-time. If I was going full-time, I would have to focus more on buying stuff that I'm not really interested to try and bring money in, because I need that money to live off. If I can stay part-time like this, which I am intending to do, then I can focus what I resell on stuff I enjoy. I can pick bits to keep as long as I'm keeping my financial goals where they are. So yeah, back to my reselling roots, but you know, it is always good to go back and revisit where you've come from and kind of reassess. And actually, there's nothing wrong with doing this at all. It's a great way of starting up an eBay account. You know, this is how I built up all my positive feedback back in the day. So I wasn't building any cash, but I was building lots of positive feedback by selling the bits. So when it did come to actually trying to build cash and yeah, make some profit, then I already had that established eBay account, so I could go and do that. So there is definitely pluses for it. And obviously I got to keep a few of the cooler bits as well. So guys, I know it was a lot of chatting there at the end, but yeah, I thought, you know, it'd be interesting to explain my kind of philosophy about reselling. So it'd be interesting to know if you have like similar thoughts. So guys, as always, if you liked it, click like, click share, and I've got a lovely little pickup for you this weekend. It's come completely out the blue. You know, I kind of want to get my hands on it because it's almost a little bit too good to be true, but I'll catch up with you on the weekend.